there was this Telegram group that I joined, awaiting decision. If you're ever in this Telegram group, you know that that Telegram group sometimes can give you information and can still give you high blood pressure. So you have to make sure that you're ready for the both of them.
Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is.
Hello sunshine, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Tega, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my process and everything it took for me to relocate to the UK as a senior carer. As you all know from my previous blog, I and my family just relocated to the UK under the skilled worker visa. So in today I'm going to be breaking down everything that you need to know about applying for this skilled worker visa route, and I will still be sharing my timeline with you. So just get a bottle of juice and some crackers, and let's get into the video. So if you see me looking down, just know I'm just looking at my book to make sure I have all my facts in order. So I started this process at the beginning of this year before the health and care visa was launched. The health and care visa was launched in February. So before then, I've already put myself in order by getting a good CV and getting my references in order. Then I begin applying. Before applying, you make sure you have to do your care courses. The care courses are very, very important. The care courses are on that other can be gotten online for free, or you can pay using read.co.uk. So but mine, I did mine in Florence Academy and they were all for free. I did about 10 courses. So if you want the list of courses, you can just chat me up on my Instagram page at Tega_shine. We'll be able to put you through with the courses that you need for this health and care worker visa. So after getting my courses and getting an updated CV, I will still also emphasize that it's good to have experience, because having experience gives you an edge from other people that are applying. Because I can tell you categorically that the people applying for this skilled worker route, most especially health workers from their own country, like nurses, healthcare assistants, support workers from their own country. So you coming without an experience won't make you like a good candidate for the position. So I would advise you get an experience in a care home or in a care setting or in a hospital. So getting an experience will make you stand out, and also getting all your care certifications as well, because a good reference from your previous experiences will go a long way in securing you a job in the UK. Also, after getting your certificate and getting your CV and a good cover letter, the next thing you need to do is apply, 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 apply. I can't tell you how much you will apply, because I know for a fact that you can send more than 200 of your CVs to different companies. I can't tell you how many times you need to send your CV out, but all I need to tell you that continue applying until you get that 1 year. That 1 year is the only years you need for you to land yourself a job in the UK. So continue applying until you see an employer that's going to give you a certificate of sponsorship. So after applying, I was able to secure up to 4 interviews. Then some of the interviews they will call and tell you that, oh, they thought you were in the UK, or some will say, oh, they are not taking from this region or from this district at the moment. So until I got my employer, immediately I sent my CV. In the next 2 hours, she called. She just texted me back on Indeed if she could discuss this further with me. I said, sure, you can discuss this further with me. So she told me to give her 7 days, that she's reviewing CVs and she'll get back to me. After 7 days, the Nigerian girl in me could not wait any longer. I had to send her a message. Please, madam, you said you get back to me. What is happening? So she told me that she was trying to put things together to be able to create a time to secure an interview for me. So the evening of that day, she sent me a mail and she told me that I'm going to do a uh, a pre-interview. Yes, a pre-interview, and this will be an audio call, an audio WhatsApp call. Then from there, we'll take it further. So I was really, really excited just getting that interview alone, because I knew how many rejection I was getting from left, right, and center. So that interview meant a lot to me, and I just went to do more research. I focused more on my core courses. I went on YouTube to get more interview scenario questions. Make sure that when that interview comes, I think I should be the only candidate that they will choose for that position. So for the pre-interview, she just asked me normal basic questions: if I have my IELTS, if I have my care certificate courses, what did I read in school, how long have I been practicing care, just tell me more about yourself, and if I've done my tuberculosis test, if I have a driver's license, just basic questions. After the pre-interview, she just told me that she'll get back to me with a mail. So fast forward 3 days later, she sent a mail that the next step is going to be an interview with her and other management of staff. So I should get ready. So I did an interview on the 6th of April, and it went very well. There are a lot of questions they asked me. So I'm going to put a clip on the questions I was asked during the interview.
Questions, normally questions you watch on YouTube. Why do you want to be a senior carer? Let us tell us about yourself. I was busy reading those, but the questions were just chill scenario questions. Like, for example, if you have a client that does not speak that does not speak, maybe the person has speech impairment, how do you communicate with that client? And I told her my response. If there's an interpreter for the person, I can communicate with that person. But if there's no interpreter, I can I can write, and the person is literate and can read. I can be able to communicate by me writing the information I want to pass on to the patient, so we can exchange communication by writing. So it was like very impressive, very impressive. And the next one, she asked me if I have a client that is refusing care, how do I manage that kind of patient? So I told using for example an example. So I was able to lay an example from my experience, and I gave her that. She was so impressed. She was nice, 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 and she asked about safeguarding. Whether do I know anything about safeguarding? So I told her what safeguarding is the act of protecting your clients against um, the act of protecting your clients against harm and violence or anything that will cause harm to your patient. So I thought about safeguarding. So she spoke about teamwork. How do I cope with my team? How do I work with my team? If I'm heading somewhere, how do I encourage my colleagues to, like, my subordinates to do more? And how to, like, positively review, how to make them, encourage them to work more. So I told her about you giving them a compliment every day, and even if they do something wrong, at least compliment them first before you give them any suggestion on how to do it better. So she was impressed about my answer. And what should I say? Questions are just like interactive. It's not really interview like that. I was like scared of, but it was just questions that were related to what I have done before. So it was not really that difficult to answer. So at the end, she asked me about whistleblowing. Do I know anything about whistleblowing? I just told her everything I know about whistleblowing. And okay, knowing my limits, what are my limits? If somebody tells me to do something that I'm not supposed to do, how do I, even if it's my line manager, how do I tell the person I cannot do it? So I said that kind of scenario, and if I cannot talk to my line manager, and there is a chain of command, and there's somebody that is higher than my line manager that I can actually talk to and will be able to resolve the issue. So she told me about policies about whistleblowing. After I defined what whistleblowing is and how the organization is in support of, if it's in a process that you don't like, you can actually call it out.
The interview, they were very impressed with everything I had to say. They asked me all the questions and answered them very well. Everything went well. After the interview, she told me that they'll get back to me in a week. But I was surprised, to God be the glory. 2 days later, they got back to me with my job offer. When I saw the mail, congratulations, you're successful in your interview and want to offer you a position of a senior carer with our company. I was like, is this me? Am I the what? Like the joy, the joy. This is I still feel the joy. The joy still shock me as I did. Like I'm still feeling the happiness I felt then. I am going to be a senior carer in the UK. Oh my god. The joke, I mean, no joke. It was definitely just saying that was the best day of my life, because I knew how much I have prayed, how much I have put into just getting this job. Was just so much, and I just thank God that everything was paying off for me, and it was very good feeling I had that day. So I got my job offer on the 8th of April. Then the real trial and the real work started. After getting my COS, I had to get my tuberculosis test, and I got my IELTS. I think that same week. Before the interview, I already booked for my TB test and my IELTS. So immediately after I got my job offer, I went to do my test. my TB test and my IELTS, I was able to get a band 7 in my English exam. I will tell you that the English exam that you take for this senior carer role will be the UKVI IELTS. It can be either general or academic. So for me, I took the general IELTS examination, and I was able to get a band 7. So if you need any material I use for my IELTS, you can still chat me up on my Instagram page at Tega_strength, and I'll be able to assist you with that. After getting my IELTS, my tuberculosis test, I thought my COS would come maybe that day or 2 days later. That was when the wait started. It was very serious. That was when it was announced that about the Ukraine crisis and Russia, and people had to be. There was a lot of immigration to the UK from people that are in Ukraine, so there was backlog. We called our employers. The employer will tell you that, so you have to wait for some time. And Home Office said they would take 3 months to process your COS. It was very, very, very frustrating. Um, and as I was telling you, my police clearance was already going. My TB test was already counting. If you do your police clearance, you have 3 months to use it to enter the UK. While if you have your TB test, you have 6 months to use it. So those were already counting. So that's when we started waiting for our COS. During the process of waiting, it was a lot. It was a lot. Finally, I got my job offer on the 8th of April, and my COS came on the 14th of June. That was almost 2 months of waiting for my COS. After getting my COS, this was another challenge too. We're trying to get a passport for my husband, and this was taking so much time. Also, God be the glory, 1 month after my COS, the passport finally came. And the next day, we applied for our visa. That was on the 15th of July, 2022. We applied for our visa that same night. And on the 26th of July, we did our biometric at Ikeja TLS. That place was mad. Like the population of people in that place, it was very, very crazy. But we were able to book a priority booking for the biometric, and we got our biometric done. Then we came back home. Then the real wait started. The real wait is when you are waiting for that 15 working days, my dear. That period of waiting, please hold God strong, hold your heart strong, because there's this Telegram group that I joined, awaiting decision. If you're ever in this Telegram group, you know that Telegram group sometimes can give you information and can still give you high blood pressure. So you have to make sure that you're ready for the both of them. In that Telegram group, you'll be like, they keep track of their process. When you do your visa application, you can go to the TLS portal and monitor your movement. So from that place, you can be able to monitor your movement. And some people will say, "Oh, I've gotten this." Some will say, "I have no straightforward mail." So it was really, really depressing. So after, luckily for us, immediately after our biometrics on the 26th of July, I did a paid call, and I knew, and to God be the glory, decision was made. And most time when you get early decision was made, mean that you're actually given the visa. But I don't know, most times it may be different, but they didn't send me any mail, because all the documents I used to apply for my visa, let me just list them out now. I used my COS, I put every document I needed, because there was not so much document. I put my COS, I put my degree certificate, bank statement, TB test, police clearance, what else? Marriage certificate if you're married. You use the one, the High Court marriage certificate. I added church marriage certificate. I added change of name, newspaper publication, affidavit of change of name. It was just, I just bombarded them with everything they needed. I put my data page of my passport as well. So these are the documents I used for my visa processing, and I believe that with those documents, I think I was able to get an early decision, because they didn't send us any no straightforward mail. So we had to wait. After getting our decision on the 30th, that was 4 days after biometric, I was thinking, my visa is going to come in 2 weeks, at least in 9 days, because I've seen some people getting their visa in 10 days. Because I think that going through this skill worker route, some people have seen so far they've been able to get their visa on time. So I think it was a bit fast for people coming through this route. So collection mail for my dependents came on the 9th of August. So we're very, very excited. My husband and my son was able to get their collection mail for their visa. So it took 2 days for them to bring the visa to us in Benin. And that was on the 11th of August. We were able to get our visa for my husband and my son. I, the main applicant, didn't have visa. my status was still showing VAC, as Visa Application Center. I thought, okay, from other people's experience, I still had friends that has got to something like that. They said, "Oh, in 3 days this will come." 3 days came, no visa, no collection mail, no movement. That was when I started panicking. I was like, why would they give my dependent and they didn't give me a visa? It was very, very, very traumatic for me. And when we saw that the visa was granted for my husband and my son, we went ahead to book flight ticket. If you were in that Telegram group, you will know that that period flight ticket was just skyrocketing. Like from Lagos to Heathrow, it was about 800,000 naira, and it was very expensive. So we just had to book. We got a fair deal. We held the ticket down. Then that date was just the end of without the air. If we don't pay for that ticket that day, it was that mean that you're going to forfeit the ticket. So we just had to pay before seeing my visa. So we had like a limited time for my visa to come out and we were able to travel. So on the date of expected date of arrival, I imputed 26th of August. I don't think whether that was a factor whereby my visa was not given to me on time. I don't know if that contributed because my dependent visa came on the levels, whether they were holding it for you to get to 20th before they released it. I don't. So God be the glory. On 22nd of August, I got my visa in my hand. Like it was one of the best day of my life, I will tell you, because I knew that I had panic attack, I had headache, I don't know, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was just restless until I got that collection mail. That was on the 19th. I got collection mail, and on the 22nd, my visa was given to me in my hand. That visa was the most the visa that, you know, that kind of thing that when you see something you have prayed for, it was, I treasured it. I treasured it because it took a lot to it took a lot from me that period. So that is my timeline. And also on the 30th of August, we gloriously immigrated into the United Kingdom as skilled workers with my family. So this is my timeline, and if you have any more questions for me, just feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, or you can private chat me on my Instagram handle. Let's build this community together, because I'm going to be bringing you along with my journey as being a senior carer in the UK. So today was my first day of my training. It was very, very amazing. I met my trainer was very good, and mostly what I did today was just continuation of my care certificate. This one is not like just doing it online, it's like it's hands-on, and it was very fun. And I think we're getting there. We're getting there. So this week I'm going to use throughout this week for my training, and next week hopefully I will start shadowing. So just don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos to be able to. I will continue updating you on this process. I'm not going to leave you behind. So just let me know if you have any question and any way that I'm going to help you. So to the end of this video. So continue being blessed. Bye.
Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is